We need to create a hero. So let's see if they've added any new beard options. Back in 2007 I had hair. It's hard to imagine, right?
Welcome to Alliance Military Database.
That's nice. That's slick.
Classified information requested.
Much cleaner.
Establishing secure connection.
I like
Secure
it.
connection confirmed.
I like how they've done that. So you have John, you've always had John Shepard, which is Canon Shepard. Very handsome Canon Shepard, who usually I did play through with that face. Because he's in all the trailers, it just works. Canon Jane Shepard, who again was always there, different face, but you always had your female version. That's the Mass Effect 3 face that they used for the promotion in Mass Effect 3. We're not going to be a female Shepard. I don't know why, I always play as a bloke. We're going to do a custom, we're going to play around with the face. You did have your quick start options as well, which was just pick your class. Oh no, jump in as a soldier. Maybe that was change your face, play as a soldier. Soldier's boring. I did usually play as a soldier, but
Please log in to access
Kinda.
your profile.
kind of boring. And as now you can, wow, that's not. It'll do. Well, that's new.
Warning, data corruption detected. Please reconstruct profile.
That's
Confirm
new.
pre-service history.
Hey Ace, nice to see you. Happy Friday. This is the Legendary Edition. It looks pretty good. None of the graininess that was in there. I don't know. I always go colonist. It always tied nicely into the backstory. Spacer is good. Parents on military vessels. Earthborn grounds you into Earth. I think we're going to go Spacer, because I very rarely do Spacer. So, part 1 of our history. Both of your parents were in the Alliance military. Your childhood was spent on ships and stations as they transferred from posting to posting, never staying in one location for more than a few years. Following in your parents' footsteps, you enlisted at the age of 18.
Confirm psychological profile.
I did normally go sole survivor as well. No, I didn't. That's the Skillian Blitz, isn't it? Yeah. I used to go war hero. So early in your military career, you find yourself facing an overwhelming enemy force. You risked your own life to save your fellow soldiers and defeat the enemy despite the impossible odds. Your bravery and heroism have earned you medals and recognition from the Alliance fleet. Do I go sole survivor? I never do ruthless. I don't really care for ruthless. Being called cold, calculating and brutal, your reputation for ruthless efficiency makes your fellow soldiers wary of you. That's not me. I mean, that's a true renegade, badass, sergeant kind of guy. But that's not me. During your service, a mission you were on went horribly wrong. Trapped in an extreme survival situation, you had to overcome physical torments and psychological stresses that would have broken most people. You survived, while all those around you fell. Now you alone are left to tell the tale. I might go with that one. My thinking, any of you who've played this game before will know there's certain choices that need to be made. Certain options later on in the trilogy. I think that ties nicely into the idea that everybody needs to make it out alive. So we're going to go sole survivor.
Confirm military specialization.
I want biotics. It's just a shame that Soldier has heavier. I mean, that's the classic N7 look. It's not the best. I do prefer the armor redesign of 2. But that's classic heavy armor. Whereas this is all just light. Maybe that's medium. I think we're going to go Sentinel again. So we get tech and we get biotic. Basically, I want to pop shields and I want to throw people around. Sentinels combine biotic and tech abilities. Typically, they use biotics and advanced healing skills to defend allies. Although they also disrupt opponents with biotics or tech attacks. They are more efficient in tech and biotics than any other classes, but at the expense of combat. Ooh. Sentinels can only wear light armor and receive no specialized weapon training. That might be a bit of an issue. I do like that idea though. We're going to do it. We're going to stick with Sentinel. If I remember rightly, they have opened it up so that you can use any weapon in all 3 games now. Or do we just go Adept? Who's going to be on the squad?
Confirm
No, let's
facial
go
identification.
Sentinel. Wow. It's not as garish as when it first changed many years ago, but that's quite a change. Let's see what presets they've got. So, I mean, these all look pretty much the same as what were in the original. Cleaner, sharper, older. But these are pretty much the same. Okay, facial structure. We're going to be here a while. Skin tone. I mean, there's a whole range. I think, aside from tweaking the colors, this is all the same. Complexion's the same. Yeah, 3 options, they're the same. And we'll go down the middle. I am a little older. Still all the same. I mean, for what it was, there's still quite a lot of maybe not that sharp. Quite a lot of options. This is where I make a character, see the opening cinematic, and then think, nah, done it wrong. Ear size and orientation. Yeah, that's all new. I mean, you have decent sized ears, right? But they would be pushed back from years of wearing helmets and stuff. Okay, we're getting there. Eyes. This is where it gets really weird. You can make some scary looking characters in this game. I think We might stick. I think we might stick with that. Don't usually mess around with eye height. Width is just how close, how far from the nose. Again, you don't want it to look like an alien, but you want, you know, you want to be comfortable looking at the character. Eye depth. Okay, so how deep or how sunken? Remember, we've suffered psychological trauma. So, brow depth. Is that no? Yeah, okay. Again, you don't want to look too scary. Well, I don't want to look too scary. Brow height. The eye colours look much sharper. I mean, all of it looks cleaner. They're green. They're like emeralds. I'm thinking nice blue. I mean, I suppose it's purple, but we'll go with the Elijah Wood style piercing blue eyes. Jaw is where I usually have a lot of fun as well. So that's probably the better view, isn't it? Again, loads of different options. Width as well. Loads and loads of options. The ears look a bit wonky, don't they? Like the render of the face, the follicles of the... I mean, that's not stubble, isn't it? It's not a beard. The lines on the face, the scar is quite pronounced. But then the hair looks a bit naff, and the ears still look a bit aged. What were ears under again? Head? Yeah, the ears, they're like quite square shaped. Don't think you can do much about that. But I mean, this isn't, it's not true, it's not a remake, is it? It's a remaster. I get the two mixed up sometimes, but... Mouth shape, again, there's loads of different options. Just find one that works for you, I guess. Mouth depth. Again, lots of choice. Mouth width, fairly obvious. Like that. Lip shape, depends how much filler you want them to have. How thin you want it. Just normal. Mouth height, again, just... Lots of different options. We're going to be somewhere in the middle, I think. Maybe that. Nose. Loads of different shapes. Again, they look a bit squared. Still the same designs. And then height, so loads of choice. And depth, if he looks that way, you can see how sunken. Something like that will do. I mean, it. It's. Yeah, is what it is. I always find it like creating a character, when you get to the fine detail like this, like mouth, like nose, I find it really hard to find one that I like, because you just play around and there's bits of loads of different ones that you kind of like and then you don't, and then just you settle on something. Hair. Now, what have we got? We seem to have a few more hair choices, have we? Oh. Standard trimmed or clipped. That was an old classic. It doesn't look as good as some. But then it is an old game. That's a very shaved head. That's really well shaved and very little textured. But then, I mean, that looks quite flat as well, doesn't it? Is the mohawk new? I think it might be. These are all new. That's new. That's new? That's James Vega, isn't it? Yeah, we're not having that. I don't know. I don't like any of them. That just looks weird. But more weird than that. I just think we'll go with that. Bog standard. I'm not liking... They look really naff. That's not terrible. That looks bad. Well, there's all kinds of designs on that. Interesting. The hair looks like there was never a huge choice anyway, but the hair looks terrible. I think I'm just going to do that. Now, I am ready to be disappointed. That's not a beard. 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 Nor is that, or that, or that, or that, or that. Where's your beards? Loads of different colours. Let's darken it up a bit. It's the same choice. Disappointing. It's going to be 5 o'clock shadow. They're not beards, it's stubble. Stubble choices. Brows. Again, these are going to be the same. There's not very many brows, is there? I think purple, like these, seem to be new hair colours, but the rest are fairly standard. Do We want... I don't know, I usually just go black. Darker on the stubble so it shows up better. Stubble still doesn't meet the hair. There's always been that gap, just like by your ear, which always bugged me. I'm really disappointed with those hair choices. I feel a bit let down that I'm going for a, you know, a number one. Actually, that looks better in a lighter colour. That doesn't. It's a... I don't know if it's an odd head shape or... but the hair just looks really flat. Does look a little better. Like, that looks naff. So what is that? I mean, I might do that. The old, like, gelled up fringe. This is hard. This is a hard choice, man. I feel let down with these hair options. Maybe we've just been spoilt with Assassin's Creed, the hair looked really good. Cyberpunk, the hair looked great. That just doesn't look good. We'll do it. We can change it next game. We'll be fine. We'll have hair. Alright, what scar options have we got? So the old cheek. Don't know what that would be. Jaw scar. Across the eye we've seen quite a lot. There's numerous. Across the lip, and then there's some on the side, the edges of the lip. The old chin scar, that's quite a usual one. I can't remember what I used to have. I think I had that a couple of times on the nose, like someone's cracked him across with a pistol whip or something. Got one across the forehead, down the cheek, eyebrow. Again, smaller one on the cheek. Those ears look terrible as well. The hair in the ears are a letdown. There's not many scar options either. In fact, I think there's... I mean, there can't be less. They don't look that great either. I don't think there is less. I remember there being like a real meaty. It could have been that one. I just remember it looking sharper. Maybe it was that one, they just looked a bit darker. You can maybe play around with it. Go eyebrow. It'd be nice if you could have 2 or 3, like eyebrow and nose and something else. Well, there's a couple on there. Might go with that one. He is a sole survivor. He's been through some stuff. So that is the Commander Shepard that we're going to have for the next 3 games. However long that takes us. I feel like I've captured what I was going for with the last playthrough quite well. Does look tired though. No, we'll stick with it. That's what we're doing. That is Todd Shepard, hero of the Mass Effect universe.
Profile reconstruction complete.
Let's get in there. See how good this looks.
Identification confirmed.